Good morning, everyone. I am Sydney Cooper. I have the pleasure of serving as the Communications Director for the City of Pittsburgh in the Office of Mayor Ed Gainey. And we are here today for a very special occasion, and that is to celebrate Welcoming Week 2025. Mayor Gainey believes in ensuring Pittsburgh is a city where every resident feels safe, welcomed, and can thrive. I can't think of a more fitting way to do that than embodying all that Welcoming Week stands for. Now, you may be wondering, what is Welcoming Week? It's a powerful celebration that shines a light on the efforts taking place in communities across the country to become more inclusive, connected, and welcoming for all. Since its launch in 2012 by Welcoming America, Welcoming Week has grown into a global movement, uniting thousands of organizations and individuals who are building bridges and fostering belonging in communities. I am proud to say that here in Pittsburgh, we are doing just that. This year's theme, Stories We Share, should inspire all of us to reflect on the transformative power of storytelling, how it builds understanding, empathy, and unity through the simple action of listening to and learning from one another. Together, these stories and standards remind us that welcoming is not a moment, it is a movement. And speaking of stories, it's my pleasure to highlight one that is not only being told, but also beautifully displayed right here in the lobby of the City County building. Just inside the grand lobby, you will see a beautiful mural titled Immigrants Make America 2025. That mural was facilitated by Connor Coleman, a Fulbright scholar, multidisciplinary artist, and education researcher. Immigrants Make America 2025 was created in partnership with more than 100 immigrants and refugee youth from Prize Academy. These amazing young people use visual storytelling to reflect on identity, community, and the immigrant experience here in our country. This mural is more than paint on a canvas. It's a collective testimony to resilience, creativity, and collaboration. Please join me in welcoming Connor Coleman.
Thank you, Sydney. Thank you, Sydney. Good morning, everyone. Thank you. Perhaps before I introduce myself, we could take a moment to look to our right or left and welcome our neighbor. Greet them, welcome them, let them see us, let them see you. It's my honor to be here today to help kick off Welcoming Week here in Pittsburgh, this beautiful city that I call my home. I had the pleasure over this past summer, the 5-week program of Prize Summer Academy, of working with wonderful youth from all over the world, representing over 15 countries, including Afghanistan, Burundi, Cameroon, Colombia, Nicaragua, the DRC, Eritrea, Guatemala, Guinea, Mexico, Nigeria, Sudan, Syria, Tanzania, and Venezuela, among others. Prize Academy has been operating every summer at the University of Pittsburgh since 2022 and recently completed its 14th year of programming. In essence, what we did with these children, with these young people, was hold a space for them in the basement of the Cathedral of Learning in the University of Pittsburgh, wherein they were able to, through the elements of art, express their stories, reflect on their lives, and also chart futures together. Week after week, artifacts of the use of expression were layered atop each other to reveal a dense, complex, and multifaceted picture of life here in America. And as each week's camp also progressed in chronological age, the picture that you see in City Hall is also a story about childhood development and the burgeoning social mind of adolescents everywhere. These stories that we create, that we are participants in, growing up, living together, create the tapestry of life here in America that we celebrate and cherish and must protect. These young people vulnerably, courageously shared their stories week after week, and these stories are now tethered together in a strong fabric that represents what America could look like if we choose to work together as a collaborative force, as opposed to one that's divisive and pits one party against the other. Through acceptance and collaboration, we will all be stronger. I so appreciate this opportunity, and I encourage everyone out here to go inside and take a look at the canvas, interact with it. We have some forms there that you could fill out in regards to what you see, what you wonder when you look at the image, and also what would you ask the students who are involved. We'd love your feedback. It's also my honor to introduce the next speaker, one of the leaders in this city who helps bring this tapestry together, to hold it together, to help us see the future through it. And that is the County Executive, Sarah Innamorato. Thank you.
Thank you, Connor, for that warm introduction, and good morning, everyone, and happy welcoming week. This year's theme is the stories we share, and it reminds us that when we listen to one another, we build trust, we build understanding, we build empathy, and a deeper sense of belonging that benefit all of us. You know, I say that I'm a native daughter of Pittsburgh, a lifelong Yinzer, and those roots trace back many generations. I grew up hearing stories from my Croatian grandmother growing up in the tenement buildings and Woods Run by the old SCI Pittsburgh jail. I learned about my Italian grandfather who moved from West Virginia to the north side to take a job as a door-to-door salesman. You know, I learned that I am actually named after my great Irish grandmother, Sarah McKeefrey. And those are the stories that all Pittsburghers have, and we understand that we are all come from somewhere else to call this wonderful place home. And I say that my time here in service in the nonprofit world and into elected office, my world has been enhanced by the folks who have chosen to travel either from, you know, the state next door or halfway around the world to call Pittsburgh home. I've built gardens with members of BCAP in Mount Oliver. I've talked to the students from Arise when they visited Harrisburg to advocate for themselves and their families. I've had a tremendous opportunity to meet individuals who are going through Literacy Pittsburgh's program and sharing what they're learning and what they love most about this city. And of course, I've gotten to talk to many Latino business owners with Casa San Jose who are really revitalizing our local economies. That's why we're so proud as Allegheny County to be a part of Welcoming Week. This is a time where we can honor our neighbors who came here, whether from, again, the state next door or halfway around the world. It's those relationships and those stories that make this region so vibrant. It makes people want to be here. It makes people want to stay here. In our county, we are fully committed to making sure newcomers can fully participate in civic life, access services, and find the supports they need to thrive, but also that we can tell the story about, you know, how we're growing as a region. But for immigration, we would have lost population in the last census. When we welcome immigrants, when we welcome newcomers to our region, it is an economic boost for all of us. And in order to make sure that we can realize our fullest potential, it means working together. It means working across levels of government, community organizations, faith leaders, schools, and employers to remove barriers and to make sure everyone has the opportunity to access real opportunity who call this region home. So I just want to end with some gratitude to our organizers, to JFCS, Arise, Literacy Pittsburgh, Casa San Jose, BCAP, and everyone else who showed up to make today possible. Thank you for welcoming and supporting our new neighbors and building community, because that's what makes Pittsburgh so great. So to everyone who's listening at home, please use this as an opportunity to share your Pittsburgh story and to make sure that you can use that as a means to connect with your neighbors. And with that, I'd love to introduce our mayor, Mayor Ed Gainey, to share his story and why it's his goal to make Pittsburgh so welcoming.
Good morning, everyone. How you doing? Come on, we can do better than that. We come to be welcoming. Let me try this again. Good morning, everyone. How you doing? That's it. It's an honor to be here today. It's an honor to be with you. I believe that we all come to celebrate the spirit of inclusion and community by having a welcoming week. And I always say it's good to welcome people every day. Every day we get up is a welcoming day. Every day we get up, it's a day to be able to celebrate the diversity of this city and let everybody know that inclusionary is not just a word, but it's something that helps populations grow. So when I say good morning and that this is welcoming week, every day is a welcoming day and we should be satisfied and happy about that. At the heart of welcoming America's mission is a powerful idea that our differences are not something to fear, but instead we should all celebrate. I always tell my kids every single day that I want them to learn about other people's culture so that they're more rich in their own lives. I believe the more that we understand about each other's culture, the better we are as a society. The more tolerance we have and the more love that we have, and the more unification and less separation that we'll have in America. I think when you take a look at what's going on in the grander scheme, a welcoming week is more important today than any time in American history. And the only one that can demonstrate that is us the people. Not because we're all alike, but because we're all different. It's amazing they come from many different parts of the world, many different cultures. The only thing you know is your own culture. How shallow is that? When we choose to share our stories and discover what we have in common, we don't just build understanding, we foster a spirit of compassion, openness towards our neighbors and everyone else. The spirit is alive and it is well today. And I want to thank everybody for being here. And I'm going to ask somebody something, because if this is welcoming week and we're here to discuss it, then when you leave out of here today, honestly, you should know a new friend that you didn't know. You should know somebody that comes from a different culture than what you come from. Because in order to be welcoming, we got to go first and show everybody that we want to be rich in culture and not weak in culture. I want to take this moment to thank the partners at the county, the Office of Immigrants and Refugee Affairs, for bringing us all together today. There's many organizations tabling inside, and those who work every single day. And listen, to every organization that works every day to make this a more welcoming city, thank you. For people that's been there our whole life, we know how segregated this city has been. We do. There's no need to lie about that. But for those that get up every single day with a common theme, a common mission of making this a more welcoming city for everybody, I just want to say thank you, not as a way of just saying thank you, but we can't grow as a city if we don't have immigration. We can't grow as a city if we're not recruiting. We can't have a global economy and not global people. We can't do that. And so when I say thank you, it's not just saying thank you, it's thank you for loving this region in a way that you want to see it grow. And we have to continue to do that. The fight between today and yesterday will always be here. It's what we the people decide. And what we the people decide is which way the city will go and which way America will go. So I want to do a special thanks to Connor Coleman. He took a lot of dedication to put this mural together. And I'm encouraging everybody to go see it. I'm encouraging everybody. And not just to go see it to say you viewed it. Like I tell people all the time, listen to me. There's a difference between viewing something and there's a difference between seeing something. I want you to see it before you view it. Because if you see it, you can tell other people how special this is. You can tell other people to come see it for themselves. Then after you see it the first time, you can view it 1,000,000 times. But first see it to see what you get out of it so you can share with everyone else exactly what it is that you got out of this. I want to... You heard them beep for us, right? Yeah, that was a beep of welcoming, huh? Come on. Special thanks to Mr. Coleman again and the incredible students at Prize Academy, and for every organization that every single day, and I know the fight ain't easy, trust me. I know it ain't easy. I've been here my whole life. I understand it. But let me tell you what else I understand. If there was no struggle, there would be no promise of a better tomorrow. So I appreciate the struggle so we can have a city that's better for tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And if I can have you stay put, if I can have county exec come back up, and all the individuals and organizations that are going to be accepting today's proclamation, if you can come up as well. Yes, give them a hand. All right, I'm going to turn the mic back over to Mayor Gainey and county exec.
All right. See, we call Sid Lil Mama. Okay. So in my office, Sydney's nickname is Lil Mama, right?
You guys, come up here.
Lil Mama don't ask, she just bully. Right there, stand right there, come to the front. All right, so me and Sarah's gonna read this. I'm gonna read the first two and Sarah's gonna finish it off.
All right.
Whereas Welcoming Week is an annual celebration that highlights the efforts of communities striving to be more inclusive and more welcoming to all, particularly immigrants, and was launched in 2012 by Welcoming America and its partners. And whereas the theme of Welcoming Week 2025, Stories We Share, emphasizes the importance of listening and learning from one another, fostering mutual respect, deepening our connection to each other's culture and each other's neighbor. And whereas the leadership of Allegheny County Executive Sarah Innamorato and the City of Pittsburgh Mayor Ed Gainey believe that through shared stories we can celebrate our differences and recognize our commonalities and build a stronger and more cohesive community. And
whereas both Allegheny County and the City of Pittsburgh have a rich history of diversity, where individuals from various backgrounds come together to create vibrant community that values inclusivity and belonging. And whereas during this week, we encourage all Pittsburgh residents to engage in activities that promote dialogue, understanding, and appreciation of diverse narratives. And whereas our commitment to welcoming values reflects our dedication to supporting one another as neighbors, friends, and community members. Now, therefore, we, Ed Gainey, where'd he go? Mayor of the City of Pittsburgh, and I, Sarah Innamorato, Allegheny County Executive, do hereby proclaim the week of September 12th, 2025 through September 21st, 2025 as Welcoming Week 2025 in Pittsburgh. We urge all citizens to participate in local events, share their stories, and foster an environment of kindness and acceptance, thereby enriching our community and enhancing the shared experience that binds us all.
does anybody want to come up and say something? Nobody want Welcoming Week and ain't nobody gonna say something?
Stories we
All right,
share.
all right, all right.
Yes.
Clap it up.
Thank you. Nothing like an impromptu speech, you know? Thank you, County Executive Innamorato and Mayor Ed Gainey. I think that we're representing a collaborative organization called the Collaborative for Immigrant Impact. Many of our organizations have been doing this work for decades, and we have the honor of walking alongside our immigrant and refugee newcomers and neighbors and supporting them and accessing the resources that they need and deserve to thrive here in the county. We've come together more recently to formally create this collaborative so that our community members also know how to reach us and how to support this ecosystem of organizations that are really working together and coordinating to make sure that our region truly can be welcoming. I hope I speak for all of my partners today in feeling very grateful that we have leadership in our region that is uplifting not just any story, but real stories about immigrant communities that, per the name of our mural, that immigrants make America, that they have built America, and that they are enriching our communities every single day. And it's critical that we are uplifting that truth because we know that our region depends on that future and that it reflects our values. So really grateful to have leadership that lifts that up and hope that Welcoming Week can be this reminder that all of us play a role in uplifting true stories about the value and importance of our immigrant neighbors. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure for me to be here in the city that's receiving me like a home. You can feel my Spanglish, but I'm so grateful to be here and do that I am doing from Christian Immigration Advocacy Center. So it's my first time in this building and see all the hard work this city and the department is doing. And also, we have partners like DICAP, Casa San Jose, and other partners I have the opportunity to meet. And also Literacy Pittsburgh, because when I came here in 2020, my English was zero. So thank you, Literacy Pittsburgh, for the opportunity to make me feel more confident and put my Spanglish out and feel more confidence. So here we are, we're still going forward together. Thank you so much.
So say Welcoming Week in Spanish.
Bienvenidos, es un placer estar con ustedes.
Come on.
And that concludes today's program. I want to thank all our amazing partners at the county, Arise, Literacy Pittsburgh, Casa San Jose, and BCAP. I'd also like to thank all of those tabling for today's event. And I want to encourage you, if you haven't already stopped inside, please do so. Please also visit the food trucks that are on Forbes Avenue by the courthouse. And perhaps most importantly, let's all continue the great work being done here in Pittsburgh to make it the most safest and welcoming city that we know that it can be. Thank you all. Have a great weekend.